Hi there, welcome to Study Race. Let's learn about opportunistic infections and acquired immune deficiency syndrome. AIDS is a complex disease that weakens the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to opportunistic infections. In this video, we'll explore the relationship between AIDS and opportunistic infections. These are infections that occur more frequently and are more severe in people with weakened immune systems, including people with HIV. Many opportunistic infections are considered as AIDS-defining condition. Let's discuss some of these common opportunistic infections. Herpes simplex virus, Salmonella infection, Candidiasis infection, and toxoplasmosis. Herpes simplex virus, one infection is a viral infection. It causes sores on the lips and mouth. Salmonella infection is a bacterial infection. It affects the intestines. Candidiasis infection is a fungal infection. It affects the regions of mouth, bronchi, trachea, lungs, esophagus, or vagina. Toxoplasmosis is a parasitic infection. It affects the brain. These infections are caused by a variety of germs. These germs spread in different ways, such as in the air, in body fluids, or in contaminated food or water. They can cause problems when person's immune system is weakened by HIV. Now, let us have a look at acquired immune deficiency syndrome, more commonly known as AIDS. AIDS is a common sexually transmitted disease. It is a disorder of cell-mediated immune system of the body. There is a reduction in the number of helper T cells which stimulate antibody production by B cells. AIDS is a viral disease. It is caused by human immunodeficiency virus, or commonly known as HIV. HIV is a lentivirus, which is a subgroup of retrovirus. Its incubation period is of about 10 years. HIV infects vital cells in human immune system such as helper T cells, specifically CD4 and T cells, macrophages and dendritic cells. Let's take a look at what HIV is. It is a single-strand RNA virus that replicates via reverse transcription. This virus compromises the body's ability to handle disease and cause AIDS. In this disease, HIV virus affects on the immune system, and this system becomes unable to defend against foreign invaders like bacteria, other viruses, and allow the development of certain diseases. This is a spherical virus, with the diameter of about 90 to 120 nanometers. It consists of a single standard RNA filament, segmented into two identical filaments and associated with a reverse transcriptase enzyme. The envelope consists of a lipid bilayer derived from host cell membrane and projecting knob, like glycoprotein spikes. It contains two protein coats. On right side, you can see the structure of HIV. The spread of HIV is caused by transfer of blood, semen, vaginal fluid, breast milk, sexual contact, shared needles. Next comes pathophysiology. AIDS is caused by HIV, which causes progressive destruction of cell-mediated immune system. After entrance of virus into body of the person, the virus enters into macrophage, where RNA genome of virus replicates to form viral DNA with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme. This viral DNA gets incorporated into the host cell's DNA and directs the infected cells to produce viruses. The macrophages produce virus and act like a HIV factory. Simultaneously, HIV virus enters into helper T lymphocytes where it replicates and produces other viruses. This is repeated so that the number of T lymphocytes decreases in the body of the infected person. During this period, the infected person suffers from fever, diarrhea, and weight loss. Since the number of helper T lymphocytes decreases in the body, the person starts suffering from infections of bacteria, especially mycobacterium, viruses, fungi, and even parasites like toxoplasma. The patient gets immune deficiency and he/she is unable to protect himself/herself against these infections. This slide explains the whole process by which it replicates and multiply. Please take a look. As the virus enters into animal cell, it incorporates into host genome and new viral RNA is produced by infected cell, which further produces new viruses that affects the other cells. Also, infected cell can survive while viruses are being replicated and released. Symptoms of HIV include continuous fever, more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 month. Weight loss. Continuous diarrhea that lasts more than a week. Persistent cough. Heavy night sweat, hyperhidrosis. Swollen lymph nodes. White spots on tongue, mouth, and throat. Dry and flaky skin, xeroderma. Diagnostic tests are CD4 plus T cells count, antigen/antibody tests, antibody test, nucleic acid tests, treatment of AIDS is done through non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, NNRTIs. Nucleoside or nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors, protease inhibitors, integrase inhibitors, fusion inhibitors, antiretroviral therapy, ART, vaccinations, and medication to prevent specific infections are all effective ways to prevent opportunistic infections in people with AIDS. Some infections can even be treated with medication or surgery. This video explains how AIDS weakens the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to life-threatening opportunistic infections caused by bacteria, viruses, or fungi. It describes common opportunistic infections such as pneumonia and tuberculosis and ways to prevent and treat them through medication, vaccinations, and surgery. The video concludes with a call to action to talk to a doctor about taking necessary steps to protect oneself against these infections. At last, thank you everyone.